PDP President Mehbooba Mufti visited relief camps that were put up for the displaced people after the shelling from Pakistan and the constant firing that was taking place along the LOC and international border. So this was for the displaced people of Uri and Baramulla. She also paid a visit to the government medical college where many of those injured are currently being treated. Let's just listen into what Mehbooba Mufti said.
जंग लड़ी जाती है तो नतीजा ये होता है, लोग घर से बेघर हो जाते हैं, लोग मारे जाते हैं, बच्चे मारे जाते हैं, यतीम हो जाते हैं, अस्पताल हमारे भर जाते हैं। तो जंग किसी चीज का इलाज नहीं। मुझे लगता है हमें सब्र रखना चाहिए। दूसरी सरकार से मेरी गुजारिश है कि इनके घर तो बिल्कुल तबाह हो गए हैं। एक तो फिलहाल इनका कहीं ठिकाना, कहीं रहने का कोई क्वार्टर वगैरह कहीं इनको बसाया जाए और इनको माली इमदाद की जाए ताकि ये दोबारा अपने मकान बना सके।
Well, let's go across to Nazir Masoodi now for more. And Nazir, so a day after the ceasefire, now we can really focus on the people, what they're going through, those who are injured, also all the houses that were destroyed. So a lot for the administration now to do in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yeah, exactly. Now they may have to wait for some more time before they can return to their home. Not just their houses are demolished, completely damaged. But because there's advisory from the police asking people to wait, because there has to be a sanitization operation, there can be unexploded shells in these affected areas. So once they are cleared, only then the people would be allowed to go there. So districts where police, in the border districts, police have issued this advisory asking people not rush back immediately after the ceasefire, because people were hoping, since the guns have fallen silent along the line of control, fortunately, after the ceasefire understanding, even as there was some, hiccups because there was a violation from across the border, and India appropriately responded yesterday evening. But during the night and during the day today, there was no violation. There was no report of any ceasefire violation today. In fact, the Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, held a meeting with the field commanders today and gave them full freedom that they should, the Army statement shares, Chief of Army Staff has granted full authority to the Army commanders for counteraction in kinetic domain to any violation of the understanding reached via DGMO talks on 10th of May 2025. So, because yesterday was hours after the ceasefire understanding between two countries, DGMO spoke to each other. There was a ceasefire violation. There was violation of the airspace as well. Besides the drone intrusions, at least at 4 places, includes drone activity in Srinagar itself yesterday evening. But night was really quite normal, unlike the previous nights, which were really horror and nightmare for many people across Jammu and Kashmir. So it is something everybody is hoping that the peace prevails now, because ceasefire violations have not been new and response to them are not new. But clearly, Chief of Army Staff reiterating the position of Army that if there's a violence, if there's violation of the ceasefire understanding, there will be a response from the Army and give the full authority to the Army commanders to respond in that case, which Army has done yesterday itself also. But on the ground, people are hoping that they get some relief. They are rehabilitated, and that is the responsibility of the government. As we showed earlier, Mehbooba Mufti visited Uri and also the hospital in Baramulla to meet the injured and also see what relief measures government has taken actually in regard to the victims.
That's right, Nazir, what is it like, among the people, their reactions? There's relief with the ceasefire, but given that just a few hours after that ceasefire was declared yesterday, as you spoke, that there was a violation, had the Chief Minister himself posting about it. So there is a certain amount of anxiety still, I can imagine, among the people.
Of course, and this evening and night would be keenly watched, and people would see if it holds, and it's expected it will hold, because yesterday it was something there would be, implementing something on the ground is not just easy as announcement. So though when it comes the armed forces, whatever is decision is made at the top level leadership, so it is immediately implemented. Nevertheless, there was violation from the Pakistani side. There may be elements from within their system who may be trying to sabotage this ceasefire understanding with India. But your sources are optimistic that given the fact that after that initial few hours of turbulence and the clashes, things are calm along the line of control, though tense still, because a line of control has never been peaceful in real sense. There has been a relative peace and calm, and it is always heavily guarded, not just because of the attempts of infiltration from across the border, but also because of the hostility between two countries, there had never been the real peace between the two countries. So now we see after this massive clash, warlike situation between the two countries, just for 4 days, people are having sigh of relief, and it's hope that it will prevail, because it's not first time both countries have fought and there were skirmishes. It has happened before, and both countries have settled again, like they did in February 2021 after massive clashes. Not the level which we had in last 4 days, but along the line of control. There was a ceasefire agreement, an understanding between the two countries, and this ceasefire was holding on till just few months ago. There was, again violations, but after massacre in Pahalgam massacre on April 22nd, that ceasefire violations intensified, and then we saw when India took action against the terror capsule across border in Pakistan, and then there was a almost full-scale confrontation or the war-like situation between the two till the time yesterday evening when both the countries arrived at an understanding that they want a cessation of hostilities. At least they would not target each other, whether it is the violation of aerial space or on the line of control. So that's holding on. Let's hope, and I believe that it will be ceasefire will hold.